We live? We're live. Okay, what's up? Testing, testing. Mic, audio. The last couple times I was talking when we started and I was muted. What's everybody? Welcome. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me know too in the YouTube chat if you got notifications. We're going to be talking about this missing teenager. I kind of scrambled to get this together, which I don't normally like to do. I almost was going to take the day off because we went pretty hard yesterday, but I figure we can stop in now and just try to give this story a little bit of attention. Even though I'm like disorganized. And this was kind of a little bit weird, and I'm told that the family is like religious. Let me see the screen here. So I believe it's pronounced Michaella. I'm gonna play it again on the video. Van Kleef, 19 years old. She went missing from Mt Juliet, Tennessee, and she was last seen October 30th, and she was visiting this dog trainer's home. This canine. Let me just show you the page here real quick. Canine Companions, Nashville. I'm told that's the name of the canine home. She was visiting there, and she was there for about 3 weeks. She's 5'3", 5 feet 3 inches tall, blue eyes, brown hair. Last seen wearing a black shirt, black pants, black boots. It says here, according to WKRN, that the only item she may have taken with her is a wallet containing her ID and bank card. There was another article here from the Sun that said supposedly that Michaella, Wilson County cops reveal teen's final actions before she vanished as phone is found. And really the one of the big things that we're going to watch really is the family here talk. I haven't watched this yet. I heard it's really interesting. You guys got notifications? Okay, awesome. Thanks. You got a Facebook notification? Okay. So we're going to watch the family too after we watch some of these news clips. Let me start off over here.
Claim cameras on the
Wilson County officials continue searching for 19-year-old Michaella Van Kleef. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Bob Mueller. Special agents and intelligence analysts with the TBI are also working.
The religion, by the way, that I'm told her family is Daughters of the King. Never heard of that religion before. So just, keep that in mind, if anything.
With the Wilson County Sheriff's Department on the endangered child alert. Michaella was last seen Sunday night in the Benders Ferry Rd area. News 2's Stephanie Langston has been working this story.
So let me just show you a little quick. I normally like to have all this organized chronologically, but because I was rushing, it's kind of scattered a bit. This was a post on Twitter by Serena, and it says, Michaella went missing on a walk along Benders Ferry Rd shortly after 7 p.m. So she leaves the place saying she's going for a walk and all black clothes and boots. This is the map. There's a nice little missing flyer here. This is the intersection, Benders. Benders Ferry Rd. That's that right there.
She joined us live near the search site. Stephanie?
Thank you, Victoria. Appreciate the super chat or super sticker.
Well, Bob, the sun is setting on another day and still no developments in this case. Michaella's family confident that she was abducted. Continue praying for her return.
Pray.
It's what the Van Kleefs know best.
We can let it destroy us, and we can let it drown us, or we can let it fuel a stronger faith.
Day 4 in search efforts for their daughter. Another reminder they can sink or swim.
And so the family, they live in Boston right now. I believe the family lived overseas for a while. I'm not sure if the mother was born in Minneapolis, but this girl was visiting Tennessee to do this canine training course.
We are on the ground multiple times a day, just trying to gasp for our next breath.
Michaella, a house guest over the last 3 weeks at this home, taking a canine training facility course, was planning to fly home Thursday. She told her parents she was going to take a walk. A claim cameras on their property didn't capture, according to the owner. But
which is so freaking weird, right? So they're saying the cameras didn't capture her, I guess, going for a walk.
Michaella hasn't been heard from since. Taking a canine training facility course, was planning to fly home Thursday. She told her parents she was going to take a walk. A claim cameras on their property didn't capture, according to the owner. But Michaella hasn't been heard from since.
We have lived in the jungles of Papua New Guinea, and we have had some crazy things happen. We are not easily frightened, and I will tell you that's because my
What's up,
God
everybody?
was
Welcome.
equipping me for today.
Amanda Van Kleef still clinging onto her daughter's shirt, saying Michaella had her clothes laid out for the week and labeled up to Thursday when she was supposed to return home to Boston, fearing Michaella was abducted.
That's the hardest struggle, is to not hate the person who is separating my family and hurting my daughter.
Tonight, the mother vowing Michaella will return.
And watch out, world, because when Michaella gets back,
oh yeah,
if you thought that she was a service fighter in the beginning, she's going to set this world on fire when she gets back.
yes.
But first, it's making sure she gets back, sending this message to her daughter.
Baby, keep your eyes on the Lord. Don't let the waves overtake you. It's the Spirit that has us connected still. And keep praying. And we love you.
Now, her parents plan to return to Boston tomorrow to tend to their other 3 children. There is a $25,000 reward for information that leads to finding Michaella. There was a nonprofit on site today evaluating the land to organize a community.
It's pretty weird. Does this play?
She went to take a break to clear her head, which is something that she did often, but didn't come back. The sheriff's office says there's no sign, or no evidence rather, right now that she was abducted. This is being treated as a missing persons case. Deputies have searched the woods, nearby waters, but have come up with nothing. So they're hoping someone out there may have seen something that can help.
You may not think that it is related to her, but again, it's just a little information here or there could turn out to be something big.
She went to take a break.
So Michaella was 19 years old, was staying at the dog trainer's home and called her parents before she mysteriously vanished in Tennessee, October.
Do you remember writing anything like this?
In this, October 30th. There's some pictures of her. Some pictures there. Wilson County cops have branded the case complicated as they believe she only has her ID and wallet on her, adding that she turned off her devices. Officers have said she was visiting the Mt Juliet area to work at a dog training company known as Canine Companions Nashville. The owner, Karen Dewitt, told WKRN that she last saw Michaella on Sunday. They had a chat before the teen went into her room to call her parents. She then told Dewitt that she was going on a walk to clear her mind. Michaella remains missing 5 days after she was going to go for a walk. Cops are currently treating her disappearance as a missing person case. There's no evidence that she was abducted, even though, her family believes she was. I think let's just jump straight to and there's a $25,000 reward to the family here. I heard this is pretty interesting. Haven't watched it yet. If you guys could help me out with the thumbs up, I'd appreciate that. Thank you for coming by and watching.
ENS, Vankleef,
Michaella Vankleef, Vankleef.
Lawrence Vankleef, Laurens, Vankleef.
All right, so let's just talk a little bit about your daughter. You guys are originally from, where you're originally from, and how you spent some time in Tennessee, and where you guys live now. Just a little bit of background.
Well, all of my kids, my husband's actually Dutch. We are from the Netherlands, and we moved to Papua New Guinea to do work in Papua New Guinea. So Michaella grew up She was a jungle girl running around through the rainforest barefooted. And then we came to America in 2014, and then we moved to a small town in Clifton, Tennessee in 2015.
What brought you guys to Clifton?
Community service. We've always done. I've always worked with difficult teens, or in the beginning we went into villages and taught women how to boil water and take care of their kids and cook. And so my kids grew up serving, and in Clifton we just saw an opportunity, and the girls started. They started a band and started singing and performing. And then I asked Michaella on her 16th birthday what she wanted to do for it, Sweet 16, right? And you have to be 16 to volunteer at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital. And she said, I'll be old enough, and for my birthday I want to go volunteer at Le Bonheur. So our whole family went and we volunteered at Le Bonheur for her 16th birthday. And then they started getting more performances, and they saved up and they pulled their money together and they opened a community center and they both got certified as opening minds through art, so using art for dementia patients. And people would come in and they would get free music lessons, free art lessons, autistic children, because my other daughter is studying psych and she's got a lot of certificates. So with the music and the arts and other certificates, we just had this flourishing community center. We served a free meal on Wednesdays, and it just kept expanding and blowing up. I remember there's this one kid, and him and his brother, they would walk by the community center and they would never come in. They didn't feel welcome to come in. And Michaella would chase them down the street every evening that she saw them walk by. And it took her a year to get this place to come in. And
that's dedication. A year?
She finally got him to come in.
Wow.
And she looked so crazy. She would chase him down the street in the winter with no coat, carrying an apple,
And this is in Clifton?
Yeah.
Okay. And so then you guys moved to Boston?
We did. The community center, we turned it into a coffee shop and an art gallery, and we gifted it to the community. And then it was time to move on. They both wanted to further their college educations. So we moved to Boston, and the first week we were in Boston, she came down the stairs and she said, I figured it out. I said, what'd you figure out? She said, what am I going to do? And I said, what are you doing? She said, I'm volunteering at the School for Blind. And I said, well, what are you going to do? Because you're clumsy. And she said, there's a guy who does fencing with them. And I said, you're going to fence with visually impaired people? And she goes, yeah. And she did. She started volunteering and learning how to fence. And ironically enough, she never won. She lost every time. And I said, you're even losing to people who can't see you. That's weird. So that's what we're doing in Boston. It's just furthering their education and seeing where we're going to serve there. And she was excited to come home, and she had plans. She had seen a couple visually impaired people who had service dogs, seeing eye dogs, and they didn't know how to use them. And she was telling me, and she didn't know how to. The people didn't know how to use them, and she said,
"Oh, that's the lady right there from the Nashville Canine thing, I guess."
That's where I'm going to volunteer. I'm going to start showing them, and I'm going to, for free, keep those dogs training going, and I'm going to teach them how to live with that dog. One lady, she's totally blind, and her dog slipped out of its harness, and and the lady's standing there, and she said, "I want to prevent that from happening."
So that's what brought her to Mt Juliet.
That's why she came to Mt Juliet.
And she was to be here for a couple of weeks?
3 weeks, exactly. It was the first time ever leaving home.
And it was a volunteer training opportunity, or?
Yeah, she's been, I contacted Canine Companions about my own dog. I have a mobility dog in training. And Michaella came and she saw the training, and she told me, she goes, whatever I do, this is before Boston, and she goes, whatever I do, it's going to include service dogs. And she fell in love with Karen's technique, And Karen was launching a school, a course.
This is interesting.
And Michaella, I think, was your first student.
Yeah.
And Michaella was on it that day. She was like, I'm your student, and I'm doing it.
This is her mom. So somebody, I think, asking.
And so she fell in love with it. And so, yeah.
And so when did she come to Mt Juliet?
3 weeks ago yesterday, she arrived in the evening. And she was supposed to fly home to see me.
Today. So when was...
Sunday. Michaella called us a couple times a day, every day. She would send us pictures of her breakfast.
Wow.
Lunch and dinner.
They had a really close relationship then. Communicate like that.
She would FaceTime with us while she was cooking dinner sometimes. And she contacted us so much that we actually divided it. We're like, okay, who has Michaella for breakfast? Who has Michaella for lunch? And then we sat down.
Wow. 19 years old. I don't communicate. I mean, everybody's different, of course, but I don't communicate that much. Sending meals of the day that I have to my mother, like the people that I'm close with, that not that I'm not close with my mother, but I'm saying friends that I deal with, but like family. I mean, I guess you'd have to be really close and tight knit. And so much so that they have to split it up who answers, I guess, and who talks to her.
Monday, a Sunday night, she called and she was cooking. And she said, I'm going to go out for a stroll after this. Michaella left.
But I remember I had a friend that, like, she told me her mother was like her best friend, and this girl used to tell her mother everything, all kinds of shit. So, maybe they just have a really close relationship.
To go see wildlife. She had a pet bumblebee for 6 months that had a broken wing. She loved wildlife. And it sat on her shoulder. But anyway, and so I didn't think anything of it. And I noticed when she was saying, goodbye, that she kind of got teary-eyed, but she cried a lot because she missed us. This is the first time she's been away from the family. And Monday, we sat down to lunch. Our family, we eat all our meals together, and we sat down to lunch. And I'll never forget, everyone had made their plates, and we had prayed, and then dinner conversation starts. And I said, who took on Michaella this morning? And I got a lot of blank stares, and everyone's like, not me. This starts. Goodbye, that she kind of got teary-eyed, but she cried a lot because she missed us. This is the first time she's been away from the family. And Monday, we sat down to lunch. Our family, we eat all our meals together, and we sat down to lunch. And I'll never forget, everyone had made their plates, and we had prayed, and then dinner conversation starts. And I said, who took on Michaella this morning? And I got a lot of blank stares, and everyone's like, not me. And I said, who's talked to Michaella today? And it was silent. And so I jumped up and I called Karen, and I told Karen, go check her room. And
so okay, she said she called Karen, and I believe I gotta pull up the name again. So I think this is obviously the K9 Companions Nashville person.
And I told Karen, go check her room. And that's when we noticed she was missing. Yeah. So we jumped straight in the car and we drove down, and here we are.
So you guys have 2 daughters?
I have 3 daughters and a son.
And all the rest of them live with you all?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, the oldest is 21, college student. She can't afford to move out.
You painted a really great picture of kind of her personality and the way she is, but sum it up for us. Give us some adjectives that describe what kind of person she is.
Quirky. She does not see negative. She thinks everyone has, even mean people, she's always telling me, everyone has a soul to save. I've had her run out. His grandmother went blind, and she was 6, and she ran out because the grandmother goes, I can't imagine how pretty your Christmas dress is this year. And she ran out and grabbed her hands. And she ran it over and was telling her the colors and telling her to feel the fabric at 6. That's when we knew she was going to work with.
Compassionate would be a good.
Compassionate. Guys, the girl found a bumblebee with 1 wing and kept it for months. And it sat like on her shoulder while she did schoolwork. And when they would get lost in the house, he's allergic to bees. And when it would get lost in the house, she would send him outside while she looked for it. One day I came home and she had a squirrel climbing my wallpaper. So Michaella is quirky, but she's so full of life and she's so pure. And we've protected that because she's a light. I've seen her cause autistic kids who were in a panic. I've seen her walk up to them and just get down on her knees and then just calm. And all she does is smile at them. She doesn't do anything but smile. She's a server. She lives her life to serve, and she puts service of other people and the needs of other people before herself.
A lot of people might say, oh, she's 19, she walked away, she's a runaway. Why do you think that's not the case?
First of all, because people were asking, her phones are here. Michaella hated technology. She hated social media.
Wow. That's interesting. Hated technology, hated social media, so she's not into any of that stuff? Yeah.
Michaella had never been on her own Facebook for the band. She made us run it.
That's what I was told too, supposedly, that Michaella and her sister do not have Facebook. That's surprising, I guess, for a teenager. Or social media, or even hating technology. I mean, it's possible, but oh.
Michaella, she had a guy ask her to date, and she looked at him and she said, I'm keeping myself pure for my future husband. You cannot date me, but you can court me. And he goes, well, what does that entail? And she said, we'll be friends, and I will not even hold your hand. And she said,
not even hold your hand?
Because you become friends before you start dating.
Oh.
Michaella's not a normal 19-year-old. Okay. Everything that she does is for the Lord. And she feels like in every choice she makes in this world, it brings a piece of His kingdom to this world.
So she left behind her phone. She left. Tell us a little bit about some of the.
Actually, Michaella took nothing with her. She does have her ID and her bank card with her, but that's because I've raised my children. You can, the stores have no shirt, no shoes, no service. I said, I don't care if you forget your shirt and shoes. You have your bank card and your ID on you. Don't keep it in your purse, because that can get stolen. Michaella always slid them in her pocket.
But she left her purse.
She left her purse with her cash. The phones are still there. Her laptop is still there. All of her clothes, she had them. She's quirky. She had her clothes folded into which one she was going to wear, and even up to the ones on the day of the flight home.
Mm-hmm. And labeled.
And labeled with little
too?
signs.
Wow.
Tell us about what you're holding.
This is one of her shirts, but we didn't know how serious the case was at first, and I came in to pack her stuff, because everyone was saying she was a runaway at first. Anyway, and we got a message, and I was folding this when we got a message that someone had her and he wanted ransom. That turned out to be a scam.
Ooh.
But that does something to you.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I mean, yeah, that's messed up. And that's something that we've talked about before. The FBI, I believe, has put out warnings about, like, these scammers targeting, families of missing persons. And I guess they figure they can send these messages, maybe threaten them, don't report it to law enforcement, send us the money here, and make some money,
And I haven't let it go. Sorry. I think she bought this because she knows I can't stand this color. Because when she came back, she goes, "Isn't it beautiful?" And she just looked at me and I just went, "Sure." So yeah. That's Michaella.
What is your plea to the community?
I really want to tell Michaella first. I can't reach you, and I can't put my arms around you to comfort you. But your foundations are built on the truth. Repeat those truths to yourself. Never let those get taken. You know who your Heavenly Father is, and you know He's mighty and majestic. You know you're the daughter of a king. Life bitter. Cold perish. And to the guy who has her, I know why you have her. There is a reward being offered. But I want you to listen very closely. Michaella would tell me that you have a soul and you're worth praying for. So for my daughter's memory.
How did Michaella tell her that? So is she implying she knows who the person is right here, or? Just kind of curious. And because well, we're gonna get to it because so far as from the things that I've seen, maybe I can show this real quick. This is for sure, it's odd, for sure it's strange, without a doubt. Whatever, you know, whatever's going on. Here's a post. Well, I want to double verify this. Yeah, let me keep playing this because I want to find another double, triple, whatever. If I can back it up. Supposedly so far what they're saying. Let me just take this back.
I know why you have her. There is a reward being offered. But I want you to listen very closely. Michaella would tell me that you have a soul and you're worth praying for. So for my daughter's memory, I'm praying for your salvation, and I'm praying that God will give me a heart of forgiveness. It is never too late to return my daughter so that she can continue to live to serve others. Michaella Vankleef. Off the record, I hope Heather gets him first.
Who gets him first? Did she pretend to like put the phone down or what? Tamo says no, implying she's stating what she knows her daughter would say. Oh, okay. Because she has known her her entire life. Okay.
Off the record, I hope Heather gets him first.
Heather? Is it heaven?
That's okay.
Is it heaven?
What do you think happened?
Gets him first. Off the record, I hope Heather gets him first. Sorry.
That's okay. What do you think happened?
I can't go into the FBI. Until FBI finishes. I don't want to say anything.
But you fear that someone has her? That she was kidnapped?
Yes. And I know why he did it. And I know.
To me, I mean, I get what you're saying, the implication that you're saying that well, that part, but to me, this is like implying almost that she knows who it is or something. I mean, maybe she's just saying that, or maybe she believes like spiritually or something she was spoken to. You know, I don't know too much about this religion because the name of the religion is called Daughters of the King. I don't know if I have anything to do with that or not, but to me, this almost sounds like she's implying she knows or something.
I can't go into the FBI. Until the FBI finishes. I don't want to say anything.
But you fear that someone has her? That she was kidnapped?
Yes. And I know why he did it. And I know.
I don't know.
y'all aren't going to give up in your efforts?
Michaela knows me. She knows I don't give up. I have survived living in the jungle with that kid. If there's only Michaela, one thing she knows is that I will never give up. I will never stop searching for her. She will never be unworthy of being searched for.
Anything else you want to say that I didn't ask you?
I do want to thank everyone. I have never in my life, this has been better than what Hollywood portrays. I have never in my life seen so many compassionate people come together with their talents in a coordinated effort to save someone so precious. But I just want to thank them all. And I warned the detectives when I met them. I said, the Van Kleefs, I said, we come with a very loud, annoying clan. We have built up an amazing family from Clifton, Tennessee. We had people just drive up yesterday and show up and show support. We've had people calling, and we've had people nagging everyone that they can get on the phone. And I've never in my life, Mr. Starks, he's my hero right now. He helped us get the ball rolling. So I just want to thank everyone for their time and their efforts, and beg them, please don't give up, because she's there. And if they help bring her home, they've helped restore another warrior for God's kingdom to bring love on this earth.
Well said.
Why do people keep saying that?
Yesterday, she arrived.
It wasn't true then, and it's not true now. Why do people keep...
I don't know what's going on there. Playing stuff. I don't know. That was pretty odd. Let me show a couple of things that I have here. It's definitely odd. There's a post on Facebook. It says, please share so people will know just who Michaela is. She wasn't raised in the States, so she doesn't act like most teens. Her cell phone was not her life. Neither were boys. She has always said she would have time for that later. She wanted to help people. To her, everyone was good and deserved to be saved. Her music had to reflect God. She would never run off or leave her family to worry. Her family is her support. She loves them very much. She went to Tennessee to learn more about training dogs to help the blind and people with mobility issues. I'm tired of hearing she's a runaway. She is not. I think the sheriff's department is saying runaway because they don't know how to handle this. No, she didn't have her phone because she hated phones, and that does not make her a runaway. Let's get the word out that she wouldn't do this. It's not in her nature. And then there was, let's see. Oh, that's something else. Okay. Oh, I downloaded the wrong thing. That's why. Let me show. Oh yeah, there's a couple of things to show. This here. All right. This was sent to me too. Please share so people know she doesn't act like this. She doesn't act like most teens. Her cell phone's not her life. It's the same words, but here's a video.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Let's see what else. Oh yeah, the vigil. Take a look at this. Vigil. Oh, this is the her band. They have a Facebook page for the band. It's interesting that she won't have a Facebook, like they won't have their own personal Facebooks, but I guess they have one for the musical band, I guess. $25,000 reward. Spoke to her family just before 7 p.m. and mentioned having to go to the barn for something. Let's take a look at the vigil. Hold on. Here it is. The visual.
¿Qué pasaría si comieras
I don't know why these videos
3
keep playing
huevos al día durante el...
Keeps like auto playing. That was the visual. Let's see what else we got. True Crime Replay, do you want to call in too? Truth is, I didn't time you out. I have mods in the chat. There's no way I would be able to like read and do all this stuff and then have time to time out people and manage the chat. Let's see what I'm getting. True Crime Replay, if you want to call, you can. Let's see what else we're getting. Yeah, I don't know. Time for that weirdo. Let me see here. I was laughing at a comment. Okay, hold on. Let me focus. And a bunch of people like messaging me, but part of it's irrelevant. Okay. Oh yeah, a couple of things I want to show too. So I don't know why people do that. Like the irrelevant stuff. Like, what's the point of that? You know, I'm streaming. True Crime Replay says we cannot thank law enforcement for their thorough searches for Michaella around the Benders Ferry Rd area. They have utilized foot searches, drone, sonar, heat detection, tech, aerial, reviewed cameras. If you name it, it's been done. Damn. So they've been putting in the work, searching. I thought I read somewhere too that it was scaled back. Another post by SF Investigates. Canceled. I shared Michaella's missing poster the last few days. Authorities don't believe there is a crime. This seems to have all the markings of an adult woman that may want to live in a different life than she may have been living. My opinion only. Some people think that. Oh, you have lingerie? Oh, okay, so you can't call in then. But you can call in if you want. Hey, iCkEdMeL. Play this stuff here too.
Happening now, the family of a missing teenager is offering a $25,000 reward for information on what's happened to her.
Michaelle Van Kleef hasn't been seen since she went on a walk Sunday in Mt Juliet. And Cole Johnson's covering this live from the TBI headquarters for us this morning. And Cole, just this week, obviously the TBI issued an alert about her. So catch us up. What do we know so far?
Good morning to you both. Well, Michaelle Van Kleef is 19 years old. We know that she was wearing all black and she was seen last on Sunday. And we know that she's about 5'3", 120 pounds. blue eyes with brown hair, and she isn't originally from Mt Juliet, but works at a dog rehab facility. We know she was last seen in the Benders Ferry Rd area. She went to take a break to clear her head, which is something that she did often, but didn't come back. The sheriff's office says there's no sign, or no evidence rather, right now that she was abducted. This is being treated as a missing persons case. Deputies have searched the woods, nearby waters, but have come up with nothing. So they're hoping someone out there may have seen something that can help.
You may not think that it is related to her, but again, it's just a little information here or there could turn out to be something big.
And again, Michelle's family is offering a reward up to $25,000. If you do know anything about this case, you'll want to give the sheriff's office a call. That number is going to be up on newschannel5.com.
And then as far as the daughter's king, so the religion, let's see. The Order of the Daughters of the King is an Anglican lay religious order for women founded in New York in the 19th century, which continues today. What does it mean to be the daughter of a king? Well, this is just looking for the rule of life is self-imposed spiritual discipline practiced daily by the individual. It includes regular and seasonal devotions, both private and public. There's not much information on here. Official website. Welcome to the church. Welcome. Let's see. Facts for members. Maybe we can look more into it another time. About the order. Who are we? Members of the Order of the Daughters of the King are women and girls between the ages of 7 and 107 who desire a closer walk with the Lord. We are Christian women, both lay and ordained, who are strengthened through the discipline of a rule of life and supported through the companionship of our sisters. We are all at different stages of our Christian journey. Some have just begun and some have been on this path for a long time. But no matter where we are in our sacred journeys, our primary goal is the same: to know Jesus Christ and to make him known to others. Okay. One of all ages. Junior daughters are young women and girls from 7 to 21 years of age who make a promise to pray daily and serve our Lord Jesus Christ. Membership is extended to all baptized girls regardless of denomination. Junior daughters meet in the chapters of 3 or more girls under the guidance of a senior daughter who serves as a directress. Upon admission, junior daughters receive a silver Greek filigree cross with the initials FHS for his sake. Okay. As a symbol of their promise to daily prayer. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to think, really. And it says here, search efforts scaled back tremendously from Wednesday, November 2nd, as News 2 crew saw only a few officials with the Wilson County Sheriff's Office walking the area, as well as a small nonprofit evaluating the area for an upcoming organized community search. Okay.
Continues for a missing 19-year-old girl. A small community is hoping and praying for answers. The people in Clifton, Tennessee know Michaella Van Kleef well.
The teen and her family gave the town a remarkable gift. Miranda Whittington traveled to Wayne County to talk to the people there who know and love Michaella like one of their own.
You guys are tripping.
In the little town of Clifton, Tennessee, lies a little coffee shop.
You feel loved, you feel welcome, you feel safe. And that's what this place is. It's a safe haven.
SDG Art Gallery and Coffee Bar was gifted to Tanya Franks and her husband just a few months ago.
I was scared because I didn't think that I could do it.
The art is of every kind.
You know, we've been able to keep things going that the Van Kleef started.
The Van Kleefs opened this shop a few years back, providing free music and art classes along with a good cup of coffee.
This whole place is still them.
But 19-year-old Michaella was one of the children Franks was fond of.
Her mom would laugh and say, you know, you and Michaella are so much alike.
So when Franks heard the news that Michaella went missing, it's something she's still working to process.
It's very hurtful, very scary to know that such a sweet, beautiful soul as Michaella is just gone without a trace.
The Wilson County Sheriff's Office is still actively searching for Michaella, who went missing Sunday night.
Is she hungry? Is she cold?
It does seem like it's only for women. It says the order of the daughters of the king is an order for women who have communicants of Episcopal church, churches in communion with it, or churches in historic episcopat, whatever that means, but not in communion with it.
Cold. She wet. Has she been beaten? Those are the hard things that goes through even my mind.
And while the news is hard for Franks in this small town to bear, they haven't given up hope someone will find her soon.
I'm truly believing and trusting in the Lord that He's going to bring her home and that she can come home anytime she wants to.
In Clifton, Miranda Whittington, News 2.
And the coffee shop will be holding a community candlelight vigil and a prayer gathering starting tonight at 6.
Come
on!
I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure what to think. I feel like I need kind of like more information, I guess. It is super odd. Seems weird. Episcopal. Thank you, Annalise. Wendy. She spoke better than the mom, Melody says. I don't know, man. It's odd. I am getting some weird vibes, but I feel like I need a little bit more information. I guess we'll have to see. I mean, what could have happened in that area? Could she just have gotten lost? Well, they believe she was taken against her will. The mother believes that. And they did massive searches already, so I don't know if this is true too. I was told somebody had told me. Let me see. Facebook, her band's page. I heard supposedly that they had a parental app on her phone. You know, which I guess some people or a lot of people do that. So, what happened to the family that you covered? The father called 911 and the family's... Oh, man. What was the name of that family? Shoot. Apparently they were found and they were safe and they still believe that government's after them. And so there's nothing the police can do. So the police just left them alone and they just kept going on the run, running in circles, I guess. What was the name of that family? I can't remember the name of that family. Oh, yeah. Sirigalano. The Sirigalano family. Yeah, they just running. Nobody's chasing them. They're just running and running and running and running. I don't know. Let me see if I can find a little update on that. Sirigalano. Poor kids, though. I feel for the kids. Family found. On the run.
Our top story tonight, the Sirigliano family, who went missing for a week.
Yeah, they just left grandma by herself to fend for herself.
Were found safe.
Thank you, Emil.
The Fremont Police Department made contact with Anthony, Suzette, Brandon, and Noah around 11 a.m. today. That was in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. The Siriglianos have not been heard from since Sunday, October 16th. That's after the 911 call Anthony made to police asking for immediate police protection. Police believe they left their home sometime Monday afternoon, leaving their family, pets, and grandmother behind. And that's where we find 13 Your Side's Trevier Gonzalez. Trevier, you've been talking to neighbors all afternoon. Is there any sense of relief in this neighborhood tonight?
Yeah, Elena, the answer has to be a resounding yes. Whether they knew the Sirigliano family or not, the community here practically all watching with bated breath, trying to see how this would develop and turn out. And this news is something that gives everybody a much-needed sigh of relief. Now, it has been 4 days since the Fremont Police Department announced that the family had been missing. What made things more unusual, like you had mentioned, was the fact that Anthony Sirigliano had called 911 last Sunday asking for that police protection and even mentioning the September 11 attacks. Now, on Monday, the family's grandmother, who has dementia, also left the residence unattended.
They left their ass.
To the point where a neighbor had to call police because...
Maybe it's for the best, though, honestly. Maybe she'll get proper help and stuff.
Because she was wandering.
I mean, they probably couldn't take her along for the ride either. Maybe it would be a lot of work.
Alone in the neighborhood. Now, the last thing we had previously known about the family is that they had been spotted at a gas station in the UP over on Monday. Now, there are still many questions surrounding why this trip was so sudden and why the mother or father didn't put someone to care for their grandmother or their pets. But neighbors here are just glad to know that the family is safe.
It is kind of interesting to find out. I don't know if we need to know all of the answers. It's better to know that they're safe and that they're moving forward with their lives.
Now, we attempted to contact the Fremont Police Department to get a little bit more update as to where they would be, where they will be going, but they were just not available to comment. We're here in front of that home, and there is some activity. I will presume that it is family, but they are not wanting to comment, and understandably so. Now, in the final release, the police department over in Fremont thanked the public for their efforts. For now, here in Fremont, Trevier Gonzalez, 13 on your side.
Trevier, thank you. Fremont police added the family still believes they are in danger. However, police say they do not meet the criteria for protective custody. It is unclear tonight.
Ain't nothing they can do. So the family is just on the run. Let them run, I guess. I mean, I don't know. What else can you do? I mean, like I said, sad for the kids and shit. But, I guess if they just want to keep endlessly driving and running forever, I guess you just let them endlessly. I mean, I don't know. Can't you do something better with your time? That sucks for those kids, though, I guess.
Michaelle County 911.
Imagine that, yo. Just Jesus
Yes.
Christ.
Hello. This is Anthony John Sirigliano, North Michigan Avenue in Fremont, Michigan, 49412.
Okay, what's going on tonight?
Yes. Everyone is okay, but I need the Fremont Police Department, and I believe he is Captain Geating, John Geating. I need some police protection immediately.
Okay, for what?
It is of vital national interest. It is related to September 11th, and people want to erase me from the face of the earth.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not crazy. Mr. Geating knows me. I'm a Christian. I just need some help, and then the U.S. government will take it from here.
Oh, Lord.
I know this sounds crazy. You don't have instructions for this. Please send someone that knows Geating and can talk to the U.S. authorities, please.
Okay. And do you have any weapons there?
No weapons at all, not even a BB gun.
All right. How do we spell your last name?
Sure, it's Cirigliano.
Everything is fine. There's nothing wrong. I'm not crazy.
Your phone number?
We have no landline.
Okay. All right. We'll get him over there for you at 823 North Michigan in Fremont, okay?
Okay. Can they come with their lights off and not to frighten my children, please?
Yep, definitely.
Okay, I'll look for them.
I really wish we could have seen the body cam of the motherfucker. Because they did like a 40-minute interview or some shit. I was thinking of this, now I can't even think of it, this situation. this was I think this was the post that SF quoted, but yeah, with the story with regards to Michaella, local authorities in Wilson County do not currently believe a crime has been committed in the disappearance of former Wayne County resident Michaella Van Kleef. They do say this is an active and open investigation, and they're pursuing all the avenues in the missing persons case. So, I don't know. It's kind of strange. I remember a story where I covered, there was this mother that was like super freaking controlling of this girl. It was a Florida story. And the girl, like, I guess she wasn't allowed like boyfriends. She didn't even have a driver's license. She was, well, I don't know if she was allowed to drive. I think she was 16. I think she wasn't allowed to drive. They had that tracking app on her phone. Like this chick just couldn't do nothing. And so this girl ran away, and the mother was going crazy on social media, understandably so, but she was attacking people that were just helping to spread the story. I was one of those people she attacked. And then I had spoken to somebody in the family, I won't say who, that told me, yo, this woman is super controlling. We know that she's fine. You know, she left with a backpack. She had taken certain documents that she was trying to leave, you know, and the person told me she's fine. Like, she'll come back, she's fine. And this is like family. But the mother was like attacking everybody, doing all this GoFundMe stuff. And when she knew, I believe she knew what the real thing was, is that this girl ran away. But I mean, I understand she wants her back home, but like the mother, from what I heard, was like super freaking controlling. With that story that I'm talking about. Mama's nuts. I woman was crazy. Attacking everybody, man. And then she kept disabling her Facebook and re-enabling it. And I had made a video. I think I took it down because I was like, I don't want to do that. But I made a video. Somebody needs to take social media away from mom. They need to disable that shit, or somebody needs to pull the phone away from her to stop posting. Because it wasn't helping, because she was attacking the dad too, and attacking, like, this woman was not only just attacking people on social media that were trying to help, like genuinely, and not being in a nasty way. She was attacking the dad and like family, and like it was just a freak. It was a mess, mess. And I partly think she liked the attention that she was getting. It's somehow that whole thing turned to be all about her instead of that girl. But anyway, she was found safe, and you know. Who knows? Hopefully she's all right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the phone makes sense. She left the phone behind. Well, they're saying she's not a phone person. I mean, I don't know. It reminds me of Naomi Boulevard. That story that I covered. Her family was Mormon. And, you know, I don't know the situation with this, but I remember with Noemi, even the private investigator, I had found out a lot of stuff about that story before it even came out public. And she was, you know, either bi or lesbian or whatever. And the family wasn't accepting. And it was just all this drama shit. To this day, she's still gone, but police they said they never suspected foul play. And the private investigator, she had turned on the phone or something like that, and she had texted her closest friends. She didn't text family. Texted her closest friends. I think it was the three of them, and said that she was okay, and then like turned it off again. Supposedly, the private investigator just said, like, you know, he thinks he thought she was in danger at first, but then he changed his mind. Naomi Boulevard, and that whole situation. Those people got so upset when I covered that story. The church people called me. Her friends from the Mormon church, they reached out to me. And they wanted to talk with me. And I just spoke with them on the phone for like an hour, something like that. And they were just wanting to know, like, how do you know what you know? How do you know that? How do you know this? How do you know that? And I'm like, I can't tell you how I know it. Why would I tell you? I don't know you guys. Why am I going to give up a source? I just know it's true. And when I was saying it, people were really upset. They didn't want to hear that shit. I was like, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. And then I remember a Mormon had joined Discord because they were that upset. They joined Discord and then they started DMing me. They were pretty, you know, angry. And I was respectful. I was just questioning things, but like, I guess I don't know. You know, I don't know. You're not allowed to question. How dare you? They were pissed. The Mormon people were there. Yeah, they weren't too happy with me. And there was this really nice lady too that I was talking to at first that stopped talking to me. I guess after I started putting out the story, you know, they weren't too. Oh, you know what was interesting about that story too with that Mormon thing? With that story is that they were collecting all this GoFundMe stuff, but through PayPal, so you couldn't track it. You know, it wasn't like GoFundMe where you can see how much they are, and they just had a PayPal. And I donated some money. I usually, if I can, I spread it out. I'll try to donate when I can. And I donated some money to them, and I want it back. I donated to donate. But me and Sylvia were talking about it's kind of interesting because when we found out that like this chick really had just ran away, and it's because of the whole situation at home. I even found out about she was sharing a room with like two other brothers, and it was just like a really uncomfortable situation. The three of them in a room. I forgot how old Noemi was at the time. Let me see. Just like a grown adult, you know, having to share a room. Unfortunately, you know. How old was she? And it was this whole thing too, where, you know, they said she was high functioning autistic. And so they were saying supposedly her maturity level was 12, that of a 12-year-old, but I forgot how old she was. I don't know if she was 21 or something. That girl was really smart though. Super intelligent. I've seen some of her YouTube videos. But then Sylvia was kind of talking about what happened with the PayPal stuff. I don't know. Allegedly the church kept it, man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. They did search, but they did put flyers and like they did organize. Those people are really nice though. Like the encounters that I've had with them, like personality wise, they're very helpful and giving and nice. Oh yeah, you can't have caffeine. Yeah, so I wouldn't work out. Me and the Mormons, as far as being inside the religion, yeah, you can't drink coffee, bro. I'm always having actually it's pre-workouts that I'm usually taking. Pre-workouts. What else can't you do? There's a lot you can't do over there. No toothbrush? No. See, I grew up Jehovah's Witness, and because my mother. And again, those are nice people, but yeah, it's not a religion for me. You know, I don't know. I guess you're not supposed to celebrate your birthday, holidays. I mean, I guess why they're saying that, but to me, it's just kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Oh, and the other thing about the Jehovah's Witness, so like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something like that, about 2 years ago, I was getting like personal studies. So like sometimes I get into my little religious thing, the Bible thing, and I was like, yeah, you know, let me just sit down and somebody talk to me about the Bible. And so I was doing it for like, I don't know, 2-3 months maybe, or I don't know, maybe longer. And at one point I could tell it's like they wanted me to come into the church. Like, you know, now we got to bring you inside. But he was telling me about shaving all this shit, my beard. And he was like, that's, you know, that's what they do over there. I couldn't believe it. I was like, hell no. That was the last time I talked to that guy. And then I started realizing, I was like, yo, all their faces are shaved. Jehovah, let's see. And you know what? The Jehovah, there was this really nice person, but they started sending me letters to my P.O. box. I started getting a really nice person, but it was typed out. And they were sending me letters to my P.O. box. Don't play with the church people, man. These people don't fuck around. Let me see if I can find some of the guys. Let me get some pictures of the Jehovah's Witness. Look at it. I ain't lying. I'm not shaving my face completely. Okay, I'll trim or some shit like that, or maybe like trim it down. But they'll like shave everything off because I guess they want the clean look and stuff like that. Nah, homie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro. Lo siento, pero no puedo. Tú sabes. Again, really nice people though. Super nice people, but yeah, I'm not shaving my face, so I'm sorry. my beard off. And the thing is, if they were saying trim, okay, all right, but like to ball face like my face, nah. Can't do it, bro. The 144. I guess I don't know what the whole thing with that is. Like, I guess the 144,000 go to the special place, and then all the other people go to the lower place, or something. I don't know. But my mother, a couple of weeks ago, on a couple of weeks ago, well, not a couple of weeks ago, on Halloween, the day before Halloween, I was talking with my mother, and she was like, you should go to church with Maddie. And I was thinking, maybe I should. It's been a while since I've gone. I was like, maybe I should go just to save myself for a little bit. And sometimes it's kind of good and peaceful to go. But yeah, as far as having to like shave this, do that, or whatever, nah. And telling me I can't do this or that or celebrate this and that. Sorry. Too old for that shit, yo. Well, guess I'm gonna head out of here. Oh, definitely check out Swag It. We're doing the $500 giveaway. Doesn't hurt. Super easy to just click the link and download the app and follow me on there for your chance to win in 7 days, which I think it'll be next Wednesday or Thursday. Next Wednesday or Thursday. I'll have to double check. They'll randomly pick the winner for the $500 giveaway. $250 to the first winner and $125 to the other two. And it's a video app. I'm posting video clips on there. I'm going to start I have a couple of videos on there, but I need to start pushing a bit more content if I can. I'm just really tired today. I'm just kind of dragging because we were on here all day yesterday. You are Samson. All your power is your hair. Me, you. It's true. Probably true. Yeah, I want to keep growing it. Stacy says, I was a Jehovah's Witness, Mel. No bueno. Take Maddie to a non-denomination Christian church. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. There was a church that I used to go to. I forgot the name. Potential Church. I actually liked them a lot. I thought they were cool. I actually got baptized there. Potential Church. Thought they were nice. They got all this music and stuff over there. I don't really like the music. I just want to like learn about the Bible, learn some lessons. I don't want to sing and dance and do all that stuff. Jesus, we love you. You save us, save us, you save me. Oh yeah, you save me. Yeah, we might get a chase. Thank you, Daydream. We might get a chase. I kind of want to save the notifications. There is a story. So there's an update with the pregnant woman that was killed. And so I don't know. We'll see what happens today. I don't know if I'm going to do it tonight because maybe I'll just save the next notification for a chase. Because maybe we get a chase tonight. It's Friday. Everybody's crazy. They want to act nuts. And apparently the notification didn't matter too much though with that semi truck. We did pretty good yesterday without notifications. Don't quit your day job. Thank you, Yamil. Appreciate that. I think I just sometimes need to trim it. Damn, you've been up since 1 a.m. watching my videos. Semi was amazing, right? Thank you, Miyu, for the link. What about the 4 bodies found today? Hold up. What? Is that the link that is that what BL was posting? Let me see. Four bodies. Holy shit. Let's check it out. I bet you some church people are going to contact me after this too. It always happens.
Orlando starts now with breaking news. And we have been following this breaking story this morning. 4 people found dead inside of a home in Orange County. It happened just after 4 o'clock this morning on Myers Drive. This is in the Union Park area. This is East Orange County. Sky Fox was over the scene just a short time ago, giving us a vantage point. The sheriff's deputies are still on the scene. They say they were called there after a woman who was inside of that house was shot and ran to a neighbor's house for help. Deputies say there is no threat right now to the public. Thanks for being here. I'm Amy Kaufman.
And I'm Danielle Knox. It is good to see you this morning. Fox 45's Nestor Mato rushed to the scene. He's been gathering information for just about the last 10 minutes or so. Nestor, we know you just got there, and we do want to know what deputies are saying, because we know there's a lot they don't know, right, about who was killed, but they do know that that woman who's been taken to the hospital may be able to give them some information at some point.
Well, that's right. We do know that that woman went to a neighbor's house asking for help, and that's when they called 911 and deputies find out what was happening. I want to show you, though, what's happening right behind me. We just arrived here. It's a narrow street on Myers Drive, which is taped off, and we can see at least 3-4 deputy vans and investigators here combing for clues and evidence. They do say it's early in the investigation, but 4 people were found dead inside a home very early this morning. It was just after 4 this morning when the sheriff's office got the 911 call. A woman had been shot on Myers Drive. She went to the neighbor's house for help. That's when they came here and they made that horrible discovery. She was taken to the hospital, and we're working to find out her condition right now. Deputies say, you know, when they entered the home that woman came out of, that's when they really made that horrible, horrible discovery. And they're still trying to figure out exactly how everyone, all the victims in the house are related, if they're related exactly. And so this is all stuff they're gathering, and we're also trying to learn from them as well. So as soon as we get more information, we'll give it to you. But
hey, 1 second. Let me just get the original source. Let me just get the source straight to it.
Because of a horrific.
All right, let me do this. So we're going to record this. I can just clip this and post it on Facebook after. I need to post on the clip channel. Okay, so 4 bodies found, Florida. And it seems pretty horrible.
We are here today because of a horrific incident.
It says Florida man killed girlfriend and her family, including 4-year-old girl, after argument.
That took the lives of 4 family members in East Orange County this morning. At 4 a.m., our communications center received a 911 call from a resident who said that her neighbor had been shot and needed help. So when deputies arrived on the scene, they entered the home on Myers Drive and found 3 women and a young child, all who were family members, dead from gunshot wounds to the head.
Wow.
The suspect is 23-year-old Chevelle Jordan Jones.
Oh,
he
my
was found
God.
on scene alive with an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. He's in the hospital right now in surgery. So here's what we know so far. One of the women who was killed was in a relationship with Jones. Overnight, they got into an argument. At some point, Jones began to remove his belongings from the home and then re-entered the home and began shooting. So he murdered the 49-year-old matriarch of the family, her 2 daughters, 28 and 29-year-old. The 29-year-old is Jones' girlfriend. And tragically, he also killed the matriarch's 4-year-old granddaughter by shooting her in the head. Jones shot another daughter, and this is the woman who went to the neighbor for help. She has survived her injuries. 2 other children, 4- and 6-year-olds, were found in the home. They had hid under their blankets when the shooting started, and thankfully we found them unharmed in the home. The suspect in this case has no criminal history to speak of other than a failure to appear for a misdemeanor charge from a couple years ago. There is no history of domestic violence or dating violence involving any of the family members or the suspect that we could find. So it's not clear how long the family has been living in that house, but what I can tell you is our deputies have not responded to that home involving those family members. You know, it's never easy to make sense of these tragedies. You know, I'm a father. I can't imagine or fathom such an incident involving my loved ones. And although this will be very difficult for our detectives and crime scene detectives, as they're all mothers and fathers and aunts and uncles who have young children, they're going to work very, very hard to find some answers and put the pieces together so we can find out why this happened. So at this time, I'm happy to take questions.
Can you clarify who the four people? It was a mother, her daughter, the mother's granddaughter. Who was the other person that was killed?
So it was the matriarch of the family, her two daughters, and the matriarch's 4-year-old granddaughter. Another daughter was also shot, but she survived.
How old was the daughter that survived that went to the neighbor?
She's in her 20s as well.
What is she telling your people about the events that led up to this? Does she know?
Yeah, so apparently what led up to this was some type of argument involving the people inside of the house. And all that's under investigation, but there was definitely an argument. He started to remove his belongings and at some point re-entered the home and began shooting.
The 4-year-old granddaughter, her mother, is she one of the daughters, one of the matriarch's daughters that survived or was killed?
That's correct. So the 4-year-old who was killed and then her twin, the 4-year-old and 6-year-old, are all daughters of the 20-year-old who survived.
Wow.
Does she know at this point that one of her children is dead?
Yeah, I'm certain she does, yes.
Is there any reason perhaps know how she's taking this?
Yeah, I can't speak to that. Obviously, you know, as a parent myself, I'm sure she's devastated.
Were you expecting the suspect to survive?
So the suspect, again, he apparently shot himself in the head. He's at the hospital in surgery. If he does survive, he will be charged with these murders, but it's still too early to tell.
Do you know if they have other family who lives in this area that you can talk to more about, find out more about their relationship?
Yeah, I'm not aware of any other family in this area, and you know, certainly as the investigation progresses, you know, we're very early on in it. We'll be talking to family members and friends and neighbors, and to see, you know, what could have led up to this.
How is the mom who was shot? Is she back with kids? Is she still in the hospital? Where are her kids?
I'm not sure.
Any idea how long this family has been living here?
Within this year, yeah, we're not sure how, but I believe it's within this year.
Was the gun his? Was it registered to him? And what kind of gun was it?
It was a handgun, and unsure about the registration of the gun.
Everybody good?
Sure. Real quick, if I could ask you, what can you tell us about the DeShayla Ferguson murder investigation right now?
What's that now?
What can you tell us about the DeShayla Ferguson murder investigation right now?
So still under investigation. No further details to release on that one.
Any update on the search for her killer?
Oh yeah, we have numerous leads, but again, that's still under investigation. I don't want to release any details about that case.
Everybody good? Thank you, Sheriff.
All right.
Holy crap.
And you.
Holy crap, man. I don't know what the, I mean, I don't know what to say, honestly. I don't know what to say, man. Guy shoots up, kills 4 freaking people. And then they said no prior criminal history. 3 women and a 4-year-old were murdered in a shooting in Orlando home. The sheriff's office said the bodies were found at the home, Myers Drive, around 4 a.m. after an injured woman ran to the neighbor's house. I wonder if that's, I guess that's the survivor, maybe. Mina said that after he took his belongings outside of the house, Jones went back and started shooting his girlfriend's family, killing the 49-year-old mother, her sister, and a 4-year-old girl who were said to be the 49-year-old's granddaughter. Holy oof. The sheriff said Jones also shot a third sister who survived her injuries and managed to get help from a neighbor. She was taken to a hospital for treatment. 2 of the children, 4 and 6, were found in the home. They had hid under their blankets when the shooting starts, and thankfully found them unharmed. These people are just nuts. Nuts. Insane. I mean, what kind of guy, kind of males are these? I think it's the girlfriend that survived. And then especially to go shoot kids. Holy shit. Well, all right. Well, I guess I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys so much for joining me for the stream. I appreciate the support. We'll see what happens later today. I feel like I want to come back on. I just need to clean up a little bit. Like, the place is just a mess. I've been like saying, I think I'm just going to pay somebody, bro. Like, you know how things just get it. You know, and then I have my daughter, and I'm just kind of like, I don't want to deal with cleaning this place. I don't know, but I'm going to chill out for a little bit, clean up. We'll see if a chase comes tonight. That would be amazing. There's also, or I could also just, if anything, I could come back and we can update the pregnant mother that was killed, sick people. You know, these people that killed her and killed the baby. There's a lot of weird shit going on. Hey, Rolling X, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope your son's doing good. You guys are doing great. Time to move, Mel. Shit. That's why I stay to myself a lot. I don't really be. Okay. You'll be here clean? All right. I'm going to hold you to that. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Take care. Be safe. People are just freaking nuts. Nuts. I love you guys, man. I'll be back later. Peace. Take care. Bye. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop. Damn, we've been here an hour and a half. How the hell did we pull off an hour and a half? We were literally done 30 minutes into the stream, and we went another like hour.